destroyed them.
Second half.
It was literally
It took an hour for the second half to finish. It was foot rugby. Usually a 40-minute half. It was an hour, 20 minutes of stoppage time. Stopping and starting all this sort of thing because they stop the clock, don't they?
Yeah.
So it actually meant it took an hour for the second half, and it's like the second half was so. After about 65 minutes, it was so tedious.
Why did it take so long then?
Was there any scoring past that point?
After 65, no. There was like 44-8 or something, wasn't it? At 65 minutes, and they didn't score again. It was really because they started making all chops and changes and changing the teams around. So it was.
You watched the rugby instead of the football.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that there was both demolishing. Both games were. What's the word I'm only looking for here? When someone battered someone else.
Thumping. Yeah. No, that's not the word. That's not the word either.
They were. Both thumping.
Battering.
Yeah, battering.
Not the word, but yeah.
What is the word?
Demolish.
No, that's it.
I didn't know the word I'm looking for.
Is a pounding? That's not the right word, is it?
But yeah, so both games are basically done by half time anyway.
Slaughter?
Yeah. I did love watching
Drumming.
Drubbing.
Yeah,
that's it. There we go. We'll go with drubbing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's like fucking Oceano all over again.
Yeah.
it was great. But then second half, I actually watched the Chelsea game because I just love seeing them getting battered and then
It's so good. I think it's just I hate Man City and I fucking hate Chelsea.
Hello and welcome to the Football Humans. No Wragg and no John this week. So Michael Felton, I am joined by Steve Charrett, who's been here before.
I have. Hello.
How are you? You alright?
Good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I waved at the
I know,
phone.
yeah, wave at the phone. Yeah.
Yes.
And then friend of the show's been on loads of times. Jobo, how are we?
Good, very
Yeah.
good. Thank
First time on this season, is it?
you. I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah. Where you been? You had a long summer. Been
I had a
injured.
new baby.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Didn't have enough time to get some new jeans as well,
I
mate.
did. No, that happened today actually. As well, yeah.
What, you got your nuts hanging out there?
Yeah. I'll turn inconspicuously to the side. Nothing worse when that happens, is there?
I know.
You ever have that rip in the groin area?
Yeah, that happened to me last week.
God's
I ripped
sake.
the zip, didn't I?
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
walking around all day. One day I didn't have any spare trousers. And my flies just wide open everywhere. There's nothing I could. I tried to gaffer tape it from the inside.
You're very
It just wouldn't
self-conscious
work.
all the time, aren't you?
Very,
Don't
yeah.
realise.
No, just
Start thinking like, have I got loose boxers on? I hope I haven't.
Sleeve all hanging out.
Yeah.
Sleeve all hanging out. You can't change it now.
So yeah, we watched the Chelsea game, did we?
I watched the second half of the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights, but England was on the rugby at the
I
same
mean,
time. So that's that.
we're recording this on a Tuesday. We usually do it on Monday, so I've had a little bit of time to relax and chill out about it. But I was absolutely raging at the weekend because, I mean, from a different point of view, what did you think of it?
Loved it.
Yeah, of course you did.
Completely honest.
Arsenal fan and a Spurs fan, of course you both loved it.
I don't know. My personal opinion is I would be happy to just both kill each other. So it doesn't really matter to me. But Sarri, I mean, it's obvious, but he's not got long left. Because unless he changes the way they play, he's not got a chance. Because he hasn't got the players, and using Kante in the way he's using him is just outrageous.
Well, that's one of the biggest gripes is like when you're watching it as a game.
Yeah.
Is like the best managers adapt to situations. Like I know you can still play your philosophy way, but sticking to the same rigid system with the same players all the time is the thing that's annoying everyone at the minute.
I think
because even when we were getting battered, he still did the same substitution of taking Barkley off and bringing Kovacic on. I mean, what the fuck is that going to do?
Point?
I know both players. What's the point? They go missing in a game, and Jorginho, when he gets caught out of a game, you've basically just got Kante running around in midfield, and the rest of the midfield's not there.
Yeah.
It's like you look at Spurs, for example. It's like Ericsson runs it. Do you know what I mean? You've got people at the back like stopping it.
Well, I think that's the biggest problem with him. Like his stubbornness to not want to change. Because you see with Guardiola and Klopp, both of them have changed the team to fit. For different games when they played each other. Guardiola played a different team. So So I think that's one of his things. But didn't Chelsea know that when they got him, that he is someone who has a particular style, how he wants to play, and it will be a project. And I mean, Chelsea aren't really up for long term. So in hindsight, now it does seem a strange appointment.
But Chelsea have never been a long-term club. Well, that's not true. But since the Abramovich era, they've never been a long-term club. It's either instant results or you're gone.
Well,
that's why there's no youth coming through, because there's no chance for the youth. I mean, why is Loftus-Cheek not getting a look in?
Oh, don't get me started. He should be on that team sheet before Barkley and before Kovacic.
Loftus-Cheek is a quality player. And he could be doing what he was asking Kante to do. Loftus-Cheek could be doing that.
I know, it's mental. It is. But this is like the decision of it now. I mean, obviously there's a load of big games coming up. Got like Man City in the League Cup final. Got Man United in the FA. Man United, I know we'll get another thump in there. Got Man United in the FA Cup, who are just they're rejuvenated, aren't they? We've got Spurs in the Premier League, and we've got 2 Europa League games. Fine, that's all right. And then start of March we've got Liverpool. So it's like if that all goes badly, we could be on the back of a lot of losses.
I'll take it.
Yeah, of course you will. Yeah. But it's just like the problem is the fact that we've not scored an away goal and we're starting to receive hammerings, which we've never done before.
Well, I think actually you're hammering someone and then you're getting hammered.
No, but the thing is,
then you're hammering someone. So
the problem is, this is because
probably win about 7-0.
Well, we've been talking.
No, because that's Man United.
We've been talking today about Arsenal, and that in the past 10 years we've got some outrageously bad results against us, especially against the top 4 sides, like
Man U
8-2. Liverpool 5-1's becoming a regular thing against Liverpool at the minute now.
But that's what Neville said, isn't it? It's like turning into Arsenal's defence, basically.
Yeah.
It's like, and that was the whole point. Chelsea have always, even when we played shit, we've had like good defence. So we've lost like 1 or 2-0, which is now we're just completely getting run over.
Yeah, but that's the thing that Chelsea are a team like during this Abramovich era has built on defence.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And no one ever seems to mind. But you bring in someone whose whole philosophy is this attacking, free flowing.
Yeah. But you've got John Terry is the stalwart of that entire team since Abramovich arrived. Yeah. And Ashley Cole.
No, but I mean,
those are 2 of the best defenders we've had in the Premier League in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but even when Terry left,
Ivanovic as well.
Cahill stepped into that. Cahill's more vocal. I mean, I think they are sort of missing someone a bit like that.
Well, David Luiz is garbage.
Who would have shouted at the whole team? You say that in the dressing room afterwards. Who would have been the one who's
that's what I mean. I can't imagine. I can't think who it would be.
No,
you'd hope it'd be
I can imagine Hazard like sulking in the corner.
I can't imagine who it would be. I mean, David Luiz would, but he's more of a joker. I mean, I just can't imagine anyone actually doing the shouting.
David Luiz is garbage.
It's just there's a lot of average players going on at the minute. I think it's just. I mean, I'm still not sure about the keeper.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's all right, but I'm still not sure.
Would you like Kasper Schmeichel if he came your way?
I mean, I wouldn't replace him now. He spent 75 million on it, and it's his first season.
Yeah, but you look at De Gea as well. There's always room for improvement.
He just doesn't save that many. That's the problem. It's just like
there's never been a game where he's been like, he saved Chelsea the points, or he won them.
I mean, the Aguero one, a great goal. The Aguero one from outside the area, but he got his hand to it, but just didn't do it. I mean, they were on the commentary. They're saying he should have had a strong hand. And the Gundogan one, he should have saved it. He should have saved that. But Alonso. Fucking up for another goal, the first one, basically, we switched off, and Barkley for another one. So there was reasons for a lot of these goals.
Yeah, and neither of those players are good enough, I think, to be playing for Chelsea.
No,
I disagree because
Alonso's not good in a 4.
Alonso was doing really well for a few years. He was one of the best left backs in the league. He'd get important goals. He was doing a really good job, I thought, for the past 2 or so seasons.
But in this Sarri formation, which is so heavily reliant on like good quality fullbacks, wingbacks, I don't think he's good enough. Not good enough for the system he wants to play. Same as that's why it's not working. The midfield's not good enough for how he wants to play.
Nah.
That midfield's awful.
Yeah. It gets overrun too easily.
That freeze, that in the middle.
But the thing is, this has happened. I remember. Do you remember when we saw Roma Napoli at your house?
Yeah.
Was you there at the time? Yeah. And they got turned over 4-0.
Yeah.
When they were like on the title race.
I remember that. Yeah. They got battered.
I don't know if it's maybe just like a flaw with Sarri's ones. Do you know what I mean? Just like.
Well, he never actually won Napoli the league, did he?
He's not won anything.
And they came close. We never actually won Napoli the league. It's not like when you were signing Mourinho, who just won the Champions League.
I don't think he's won anything in his managerial career. Is that right?
He's not. No, he's not. No.
It's like Pochettino.
Well, Yeah, but
Pochettino's got a lot more time.
Yeah,
But the thing, I mean, they can go two ways now with this. It's like you said.
he doesn't want to win things anyway.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
That'll just give him a big head.
I know, right? I don't want trophies.
Yeah, it's like you were saying. You either give Sarri time now, or you
That's
just.
not going to happen though. You know the way
Or you
things are
gotta
run
call
at
it,
Chelsea,
you know.
and you know that he's not going to be given time.
Yeah.
That he's going to be gone in a week's time. Isn't
Could be
it?
a
Realistically.
Mourinho return.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's been memes about that and everything.
Yeah.
But let's go.
You know who'd be perfect for Chelsea's money? Diego Simeone. He's literally would be perfect coming in Chelsea. It's
Yeah.
A team that don't mind to defend, build it around, winning 1-0.
Do you know what I was
That's
thinking
who-
during that game? I mean, it's the most angry I've been for a long time watching a game. I mean, because it was just so sloppy and and people didn't look like they didn't give a shit. You know, it's different if you get thumped and then people look like they're giving their all. When you get thumped like that and it's just shite, do you know what I mean? And people are not.
Was it Chelsea being really bad or Man City?
No, that's
being
what
really
I'm saying.
good?
Man City were really good, but we were really bad. That's the
Both.
problem. Yeah.
I just think.
Yeah, it was a bad combination.
I don't get the pride issue. I've like it's going, and that 8-2 against United as an Arsenal fan still haunts me. And I just don't get the pride issue of how you could let it get to that. Because surely there's got to be someone you've got to dig in and say, let's not let this get any worse than it is.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
and
yeah.
as professional football players at a high level, you should be able to contain a side, even just to save face.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get, if it's getting 5-2, you go, Christ, let's just see it. And
I mean, it's because we were 4-0 down after 25 minutes. I mean, it's just like I felt like
I couldn't believe it. I was watching the
I
rugby. Put that on just to see the score. 4-0.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, and it's like, I mean, the fact as well that Bournemouth managed to do it to us, and that was mostly all in the second half.
Yeah.
That was all in the second half. It was 4 goals in the second half. So we're starting to get a habit of capitulating once we go behind.
Yeah, and that's a test of real sides.
Exactly, yeah. But the problem is you look at the start of the season, he went like 12 undefeated or whatever it was.
He's
just
done
mad.
it the wrong way around, didn't he?
Yeah.
If he'd have started quite bad
And then started to play well.
Yeah, you'd have thought it was
But
okay.
the problem is, I read a good article about it, I can't remember what it was, but it was literally the Spurs game. Pochettino put Dele Alli on Jorginho, stopped him playing, and then it stopped the whole team playing.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that system.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I mean, surely people in Italy must have tried that before, but for some reason, with this Chelsea team, that just works. You stop him playing, it just stops it.
Well, I'm not sure if Jorginho is all that anyway. He's a solid player.
I mean, I think his confidence has been knocked big time.
I think the thing as well, he's compared like you can't help but compare it to Kante, who's like when they're scoring, Kante's further up the pitch, and you're like, why is he not down there like near the fence? Near
But
the
that's
box,
I was
when these
thinking
goals
this.
are going
Did you
in?
think they obviously must read all this stuff and hear all these things because everyone is saying the same thing. Like, Jorginho should be replaced by Kante in that.
Well, he's the best player in that position in the world.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, so
Easily.
So why is he
any
not in that
sense.
position?
I know.
What he's trying to do. He's trying to change him into something else, and that's commendable. But when it's not working, it's not working. Like you've gone and just got to go back and say, okay, we're going to build around Kante.
Well, you wouldn't ask Makaleli to do it, would you?
Not at all.
You just say, do what you do best, which is that. And Kante is easily the best defensive midfielder in Europe.
So I can't talk about Chelsea for much longer. So Man City were really good, and they took their chances. They did everything they used to. What do we think about the title race now?
I think it's theirs.
Man City's.
I think that.
Shouldn't the momentum's
I
with
think the
them.
momentum's going to pull them all the way through. Because you think about it, maybe sometime last week Liverpool could have been 8 points clear.
Yeah.
And somehow now, after the Everton game, I think it was, they actually found themselves 3 points behind with a game in hand. But they found that swing of momentum. I mean, as an Arsenal fan that's got chased down by United for about 10 years, I think that they won't be able to. I don't think Liverpool will be able to see it through. I think the strength that like for like swaps that Man City can make from the bench, and the level doesn't have to drop at all. I mean, Liverpool's midfield alone is not that good, in my opinion. They're not exactly filled with stars. So when you take them out, you've got even less. Whereas they just, you got David Silva on the bench on the weekend.
Their bench is just crazy. Yeah.
Jesus, Jesus, not Jesus. He was there too, but not.
Yeah.
I think you do pronounce it Jesus.
Does it?
Yeah. I think it's hard
Is it?
J, yeah, because he's Portuguese. isn't he?
It's
not
the hard
Spanish.
J.
I don't know. I'd say J is harder than
Just call me hard J.
But you think about the quality they can pull in, and that's not even in the matchday squad, because they've got
No.
players outside the matchday squad that are
it's
better. I think that's it. And
I think it's JC.
It's a hell of a squad.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
it's Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a strong J, but
It's a strong J, but it's a long U.
Long you.
the point stands.
Yeah, so
I think it's
what do
totally
you
right.
reckon?
I think you're totally right. Man City's squad is like it's so good, you know, in depth. They can have anyone out, and they've got someone coming to replace it. And De Bruyne looks like he's getting back to, you know, full form now.
Yeah.
He's stepping it up when, you know, after injury, he didn't look like his old self.
But no, they've been playing well without him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It didn't even affect him. The only thing I would say, I wouldn't put it past Liverpool to do it. I couldn't call it, to be honest. At the moment,
I know, it's a tough one to
I'm
call.
literally 50-50. But then
They played each other twice
the whole-
already as well, aren't they?
Spurs, you do know Spurs.
Oh, do you know? Okay, yeah. Spurs fan here,
Yeah, well,
Sorry, I just assumed it was a 2-horse race.
Yeah.
well,
It
kind of
is,
It
it
kind of
is.
is. Well,
No, but-
if Liverpool lose one game, it's actually in Spurs' own hands if they win the league, because they play Liverpool and Man City still.
Ah,
So if they win both those games and Liverpool drop one game and they win every other game,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you're always doing bottle it.
Yeah,
Spurs-
we'll probably end up coming seventh somehow.
the fact that you're missing Dele Alli and Harry Kane, and you're still picking up results. I mean, Son has got to be up there for one of the players of the season.
Yeah, he's quality.
Even though he's been away for a while.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably say he's maybe our second most important player now,
Oh.
after Kane. He just brings something totally
Ericsson.
different.
He seems to have these
Well, I
spells.
don't know. He
Son.
brings that pace.
Yeah.
And the
And he's got
match-winning
He's
ability.
got a hell of a shot on him, man.
Well, he's 2-footed. So when he gets through like that,
Are we not all two-footed?
well, I don't know.
We all
can't
got
kick-
2 feet?
I couldn't kick a ball with my left foot.
2 feet.
We both got 2 feet though, right?
But he's because of like he can 2 foot and he can kick a ball with either foot.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good, such a strength with him because he gets through and he's just wherever he is, he looks like he's
Yeah.
gonna score.
But he can rifle it though.
Yeah.
Proper
Yeah.
rifle it.
And he keeps going. And you think, seeing about Pochettino said, he's like a battery that keeps running.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can see even at the end of that match, he has.
Yeah, but didn't he say he's like a battery that keeps running until it runs out? So basically, I mean, just stick with he's a battery that keeps running
still
until it runs out, and then you need to replace it.
He's
Like,
still working
what?
on his English.
Yeah,
I
I know,
think.
yeah.
But
As sayings go, it's not that catchy.
I think I'm so impressed how we've managed to keep up the pace. Because when Kane went out, I was like, oh, that's it. We're going to take a massive dip. And then Ali got injured as well. That was kind of it. Like we're going to drop out. Top four is going to be a fight now.
Yeah.
And even that City Chelsea game, it was still a good result for us. I know we're tasting for the title, but that kind of solidifies our Champions League space.
Oh, absolutely.
Chelsea
Yeah,
losing
yeah,
that game.
absolutely.
So it's a win-win either way. Like for
Yeah, I mean, I think, unfortunately for me and you, Chelsea and Arsenal fans, I think the top four is probably going to be what it is now. Would you say?
I'm not sure.
who's full for the moment?
United.
Man United.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure
Because they've just,
Oh, yeah.
they've just.
I'm not sure
resurgent.
about ruling out either Chelsea. I think all three are in with a shout. I think the only thing that's going against everyone is this Man United wave that they've got
Yeah.
with Solskjaer. That's the only thing that's against us because we're sort of stuck in this sort of limbo-y thing, and you're on a downturn. But I still think that on our day we can, and we've shown it this year, we can beat some of the better sides in the league. It just doesn't happen often.
I
We
mean,
beat both of
yeah.
you boys this year,
Yeah.
and we lost to you, and we'll probably lose to you at your place. Although will it be Wembley? Actually, we'll probably be losing to you.
Do you know what? That was the
Well,
one.
that was another thing to say about Spurs. A team that's played every single game away this year.
Well, Wembley's like their home now, mate.
Oh yeah, everyone was saying it was a curse a little while ago, weren't they?
Except when you're in a cup competition there, then it's all then. It's,
I think you're right. Man United, Spurs, City, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because I can't see this United wave finishing.
Yeah.
Like Martial now looks like he's one of the best players in the world. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
When
And Rashford's coming
and
into his
Rashford
own.
as well, yeah.
Well, the thing is, we're not far. We're not. I mean, we're not far off, and Arsenal, Chelsea are on the same points and stuff. but we've just dipped so far that Chelsea are even off my thoughts. Arsenal would be more in my thoughts than Chelsea. To get that.
I think we're still in with a shout, but it won't be easy.
But again, you're too inconsistent, especially at the back. Do you know what I mean?
Defensively, we've had trouble since Adams left. No, I mean, we had so. We had so Campbell and Toure. Campbell and Toure. Ashley Cole's a great player for us, but since but Campbell and Toure, ever since that, I mean, Koscielny's been a solid player for us over the years, but the crap he's played alongside. I mean, we've got. I think my biggest issue with defenders.
Marlon was not bad, was he?
He's all right, but the defenders is issue, like fullbacks. There doesn't seem to be a fullback in the league anymore that really knows properly how to defend. I mean, there's this idea they play a little bit like wingers. There's this idea to get forward and bomb forward.
It's because of the playing in the three. They're playing in the three and the wing back.
But they don't know how to defend. No. Kolasinac and Bellerin are useless at defending and not even that good at going forward.
Well, Alonso's terrible at defending.
They're just not even that good at going forward. I mean, Bellerin was interested with Barcelona a few years ago. They wanted to pay him 50 million. I was like, absolutely, you can have him.
He's snapping.
I mean, the only two fullbacks I think that play at a level that we could expect of someone like Gary Neville or Ashley Cole back in the day is the Liverpool boys.
Robertson
good, and Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Chilwell's good as well.
Chilwell's solid.
He's alright.
Yes,
I don't know what his defending's like, but he's a good player.
Yeah, but I mean, and that Trippier's okay. I think
Trippier. I think he's been showing up a bit this year.
Yeah, he's not been great this year. No.
I think defending he's looked a bit weak.
Yeah.
And some of his crossing. I mean, he's still a good crosser. But
and who's your preferred one on the left, Rose or Davies?
I think Rose is the better player. I think you can't.
Yeah,
Davis is such a good person to have, and especially with the squad rotation. And
he's such a good person. He's just a lovely boy.
Great guy.
He's just nice to have around.
But I think you've got to pick Rose in the team.
Yeah. He's a solid player, but I think he's suspect. As I say, too often I think with the modern fullbacks, it looks like a winger playing in defence.
Yeah, you are right.
It looks like a winger.
That's what they're asked to do.
That's exactly what Alonso is, though. Because Alonso in a 5 looks great.
Yeah,
but he cannot defend.
Because when you've got three centre backs, you've got a centre back you can pass off to cover Alonso, can't you? Or to cover someone like that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that, and you've got the two centre backs already occupied with someone else, the space that they leave behind, people like Kolasinac and Bellerin, the space and the decision making is shocking.
Well, that's
it's about when to go and when not to go.
The Bournemouth game is a prime example for fullbacks for that, because we played the ball so slowly. They both pushed up slow, bit by bit, and by the time Bournemouth won the ball back and knocked it over the top, it was just Luiz and Rudiger there on their own. And it's like 3 of them or 4 of them running at them every time.
Exactly.
It's like, well, where's everyone else?
I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but what I wouldn't give for a Gary Neville at Arsenal.
Yeah, solid.
And I hate to say that because I dislike him.
No, I
he's
like
a good pundit.
He's a good pundit. Yeah.
I remember him from his United. I'll always remember him from his United days. Yeah.
It's because he was hardcore United.
Everyone hated Gary Neville.
I know.
I didn't even mind Man United, but I didn't like Gary Neville.
I bet.
I didn't like him.
I bet Phil didn't even like him that much. But what I'd give for an actual solid defender whose first job is to protect us from conceding, and then the second job can be getting forward, because they still got old defenders. Still, Ashley Cole could get forward like the best of them.
I mean, he especially at Arsenal, he scored a lot of goals at Arsenal.
He could get forward.
He didn't score as many at Chelsea. He was
more
of a defender at Chelsea.
I think the thing is though, fullbacks is their primary duty now to not support the attack. Rather than defend. That is almost. It is. You'd rather have someone who's better.
But then if you're playing at a 4, then you're basically leaving.
Well, I think it's if your team's not good enough. If it's not, I think that's more to do with your team not being set up right. To defend.
You're relying on. I mean, that holding midfielder is a very important role. That's again goes back to Jorginho and Kante as well, because they're supposed to like mop up everything before it gets into the back in case the fullbacks have already bombed on. I say fullbacks, it should be like left back, wing back, right back, whatever they are. However they're played, but you're right. There's not.
I mean, what I wouldn't give for just a solid 4, and then 2 players sitting in front of that, and the others they can just run around. They can go all over the pitch if they want, but just that solid 4 and 2, because we've got Torreira. He seems like a solid player, but sometimes I feel like he's doing it on his own, because Xhaka's a bit ropey.
Yeah, I mean, he's been. Yeah, I feel like he's been better this year.
He's been better this year, but then in the scheme of things, it's like if he's asked to do it. I mean, he's got a sweet left foot on him.
Who's the other Arsenal player? He's the one who's come through. They bought for real cheap.
Gundozi.
Yeah, he actually looks pretty good.
Only because the thing I like about him is his willingness to want the ball. Even when we're getting battered, which has happened a few times this year, he still wants the ball, which is what you want from a player.
Absolutely,
you don't want him to shy away, because there's too many players that will just absolutely shy away.
And he's only 19, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think he's a good player. And he should be a good signing for us. But like it's like that's that guy we picked up in January. What's his name again? Got him from Suarez. We got him from
Dennis Suarez.
Yeah, we got him from Barcelona.
Just what you needed. Another midfielder.
I know.
That's,
Exactly my point. It's just what you need. We've got 3 to 4 long-term injuries in defence, and we draft in him.
Yeah.
Do you think Arsenal have got like in their sort of like boardroom, they've got like transfer targets, and the list of centre backs is getting longer and longer and longer because they've just been up there for years. Just getting dusty in the corner. Just like it's like, should we go into that list now? Let's go on another attacking midfielder.
Absolute old players that retired like 5 years ago up there.
Do you remember they bought Kim Kallstrom when he had a broken back?
Oh yeah.
Well, got him on loan.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about. That was a bit like when Landon Donovan used to go on loan to Everton every January or something for like a couple of months.
He did pretty
Sneaky
well
affair.
Yeah, but it was proper weird.
That was like the time of year. You knew the transfer window. Landon Donovan's arrived.
It's proper weird though, wasn't it? He just like stay for like a month or so and he'd be off again, like a long holiday.
Well, so going back to the right backs, left back, who's the best in the world then? Who are the best in the world?
Fullbacks.
Who are considered the best in the world? So we're talking like Marcelo and stuff.
Marcelo's too.
Dani Alves back in there, but
not anymore.
Aren't any of them? Were any of them good defenders?
I don't think Alves was ever that good a defender.
I don't know if Marcelo's a fantastic defender either.
Marcelo's that good a defender either.
You'd rather have like a Kyle Walker than Gary Neville, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, I suppose.
What? If you ask me to say, if Gary Neville in his pomp and Kyle Walker in their pomp.
Gary Neville.
I'm having Gary Neville all day. I mean, he's not going to score a goal for you, but
he's solid at the back.
Maybe Kyle Walker's a bad example. You know what I mean? Like
Kyle Walker's a great player, but
an attacking right back rather than
yeah.
someone who's going to sit back now. I just don't think teams could play like that anymore. It's just not in the way so many teams play. You know.
No, the game's changed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny with all these formation changes and stuff. You know, 4-3-3 was the thing for about 10 years, wasn't it? Probably they're playing a 4-3-3.
Well, it's gone back to 4-3-3.
Yeah, that's what we play.
It's back to 4-3-3.
But it went into that 5 at the back. 5 at the back. Because
Conte did really well with it, so everyone started doing a little bit of that, and then
I think it goes in cycles, don't it? Because
really does.
people get used to playing a certain way, and then as soon as you change it up, all of a sudden the opposing team, hold on, you ain't seen this in about 4 years.
Because Mourinho's first Chelsea played 4-3-3.
That's because they had Duff and
Robin.
Robin. Was it Drogba?
Drogba, a bit,
Crespo.
It was Drogba and Crespo to begin with, then Drogba, and then Drogba had a tough time at the start, so but then it was mainly Drogba after that. But
it's tough on that fullback one though, isn't it? Because I don't really feel like there's outstanding. I could name some outstanding centre backs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could name a fullback that is just like dominating, but like the same way that someone like Ashley Cole would have done, or Cafu or something.
Well, the thing is, like you said, Robertson has probably been one of the best ones that I've seen in a long
in the Premier League, and
he's not a bad defender either.
Yeah, in the Premier League, right? And Chilwell's.
Would he be in your current Premier League 11?
Yes.
Yeah, mine
I would say so. Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not yours?
I think so. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
No,
at the moment,
I think you would.
Yeah.
Him and Van Dijk will definitely be in
That's
there.
world record.
Yeah, I know,
He's the best defender in the world, I think.
Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
No, he's not.
Why not?
He's not the best defender in the world.
Why not? He has everything. He's got everything. He's got that presence. He can read the game great. He's tall.
So can any decent centre back. That's what you're asking from a centre back is to be able to read the game and defend.
Yeah, but he does it really well.
That is all I'm asking for. But
I
don't need to sing and dance.
But but as I said, we were chatting with our mate Rob the other day about this.
Well, chat or argument.
He got upset about it. Like Bonucci does exactly that. Sergio Ramos does exactly that. Piqué does exactly that.
And I think they're the other three best. I would say.
I mean, I think
Varane as well, yeah.
Chiellini, he's getting along in the tooth a bit like Michael here, but he's still a decent player.
But I think all the people you name are the other people in contention as the best defenders in the world.
Yeah, and I think Bonucci's better.
Maybe. Like, I can see why you say that, but Van Dijk's got the age on his side. He's going to go for years now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Exactly. He's still got the cunning to learn.
Well. Yeah, and I see more of Van Dijk.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Right, so obviously only seen limited amount of them. I think he's the best. He just, if I was to pick anyone to start at centre back, I'd pick him.
No.
Good comeback.
Right, so sad news today, chaps. Old Gordon Banks passing away, age 81. Love a World Cup hero.
Yeah. The fourth one as well. He went out to fourth one to pass away.
Stoke, wasn't it?
Stoke was where he did most of his 200 odd appearances for Stoke.
Leicester as well?
Yeah, he did. He won the League Cup at Leicester and at Stoke.
Yeah.
In the semis.
You know, legend. Cheers to him.
Cheers.
I think they never had to play another game of football. That
No,
team that won the World Cup.
absolutely not.
They're literally, in my mind,
And too right.
they're just immortalised.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I could
absolutely,
name
yeah.
that whole starting 11,
Yeah.
the 1966 team.
I mean, when are is it ever going to happen again? Do you know what I mean? Will it?
Well,
Yeah.
don't know. Time's infinite, you know. So.
Yeah, maybe.
He got close last year.
Yeah.
I bet that's nice that he could have enjoyed that as well, because I'm sure he still watches.
Do you think he enjoyed it, or you just like, don't do it? You know?
Oh, yeah.
No,
Only two
I
teams.
reckon
The whole team will obviously when we go out in the
Nah,
World
they'd
Cup
want
every
it.
year.
He seemed like he seemed like a real nice bloke.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
reckon he would have been well.
I think people appreciate. Yeah, they.
I think he'd
appreciate
been
good
really
players.
happy. And
Yeah.
that, I mean, obviously it was before our time, but that save against Pele
Yeah.
is still.
I mean, he made some class
it's
saves.
still
man.
talked about, that Pele save, isn't it?
I think that save is like, that's the only save probably about 5 saves maybe I could say I remember, and I weren't even there.
No, exactly. It's just you've seen it so many times.
You don't even have to have been there to know.
Yeah.
He retired early as well, didn't he? I think it was only early 30s to mid 30s.
Oh, really?
He was in
For
a
a goalkeeper, that's quite early.
Yeah, he was in a car crash and he lost sight in one eye.
Did he? Didn't
Yeah, I think he continued playing afterwards for a little bit, but it was
Not at that same level. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah.
But speaking about appreciating what other players have done and stuff, Alan Shearer came out and said well done to Sergio Aguero. We missed that earlier, so we should say
Alan Shearer came out.
Good for you, Alan.
Yeah. You know what? More players should do it.
he's the first.
Yeah.
No, but he congratulate Aguero equaling his hat-trick
He
record.
is someone that really will hate that.
Yeah, I know.
Someone he lived off of those records. You know what I mean?
He was brilliant,
relate to
though.
it.
Brilliant.
Sure is the
But I
man.
started thinking,
Yeah, but how many of I was going to say how many Shearer's goals were penalties, but I suppose Aguero's the penalty taker.
he is. Yeah.
I love
But,
Alan Shearer, by the way, but don't get me wrong.
Aguero's it's just unbelievable. I mean, we were linked with him for 2 years in a row and didn't get him, and then City got him. Absolutely gutted.
What I'll never understand about
And
Aguero.
he's someone that nearly disappeared from the Guardiola team.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Guardiola came in?
Yeah.
He
They
was
were
never gonna.
because he
fit.
wasn't starting the first few games.
Yeah.
And now he's like instant
The
starter.
thing is that he's got all these goals, he's got all this money, all this fame, all these trophies. Why can't he afford a good haircut? Why can't he get a decent haircut? It's absolutely horrible.
I think the message is, or the point is, when you've got all that money and fame,
You don't need a good
You don't need a good haircut.
That's a valid point.
He just goes home and just gets his wife to put a bowl on his head and just cuts around the edges. Like.
Cuts around the
It's
edges.
hanging ridiculous.
Diet, yeah. So Champions League is on tonight. So we're going to watch Man United versus PSG. That is the right way around, isn't it?
Right around.
Yeah,
It's at Trafford, isn't
Yeah, it's
it?
at Old Trafford. Yeah.
Oh, you mean okay?
Yeah. John Berry gets really annoyed about.
Does he?
Oh, really?
I would
The right way
purposely
around.
do it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Every
Well,
game
me and Rag do quite often do it. Yeah. So what do you reckon?
I think 2 months ago this was drawn? Or was
Yeah.
it longer? I mean, 2 months ago I thought PSG were going to absolutely demolish them. I
Yeah.
thought it'd be
Yeah.
embarrassing. But now, because I'm not too sure on the team sheet. I don't know if
Neymar's
it's Neymar out and
Alright,
Cavani
Cavani got injured at the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, so is Cavani out as well?
Well, I'm not sure, but there was talk that he was going to be out.
So
yeah.
I would say with them two out, are Man United favourites?
Probably,
the form that they're on,
Probably. Because then
it's
you've got
insane to think
Mbappe
that.
still, but you've got, Di
but I
Maria who's coming back.
I said to you earlier today, didn't I? I said I don't think Mbappe is ready to carry a team on his shoulders yet. He's not that. He's a quality player, but he's like how someone like Aguero could carry a team through. I don't think he's quite ready there yet. So he's still a solid player, but you need someone like Neymar or Cavani to do that.
Well, we'll see.
I think Man United might beat them. Yeah.
Oh, they'll win the first leg. I think. I do think they'll win the first
Especially
leg.
it's just that form. You talked about it with Man City chasing Liverpool and knowing how well they're playing.
Yeah.
And Man City know they must feel like they could beat anyone at the moment. You know, after winning how many other games out,
absolutely.
whatever. So I think they'd feel like they could beat anyone. You put Barcelona and Real Madrid in front of them, I think they'd feel like they could beat them. And this PSG team, without them two players, without their their two best players, maybe.
Yeah.
I think they will win.
Finding form at the right time is just can win you.
Oh, it's key.
It can win you any competition you're in. Finding form at the right time.
Well, it's like the Championship playoffs, isn't it? You know, the team. There's always one team that maybe gets into it at the end.
Yeah.
I know.
And look, even if they're like sixth or whatever, you think, they're probably going to be favourites because they've won like so many.
Yeah, they had to get into sixth to win. They're fighting.
And Derby usually get done.
Yeah.
What is it? Derby, I think, have been in the playoffs, but they never make the final, or hardly ever make the final. They always get beat, but they've always been in the top six. They just get beat.
Well, they get quite close to Steve McLaren didn't they? Did they get to the final with Steve McLaren and lose?
Possibly.
I thought they might have.
Maybe.
If it was Steve McLaren, they probably lost.
Yeah.
Well, talking to Steve McLaren, QPR were another team that were 4-0 down at half time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 4-3 was it?
4-3, and they missed a 90th minute penalty. Naki Wells, I think it was saved, but it could have been 4-4.
They're doing alright though, QPR though. They're steady.
Well, they did do well, but they've slipped now because the Championship's so tight.
It's a great league.
They've now, because they've
hardest league in the world,
I
always thought.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hardest league in the world.
Hardest league in the world. Man and boy. I've always said that.
But it is though. It's so everyone's on such a quite equal footing.
Yeah.
And the prize is it is the biggest prize in football, really.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
The quality between the top team in the league and the bottom team in the league is not usually that far between it, really. And sometimes you get to a point where anyone from down to about 14th could be in the playoffs with a few weeks to go. It's like
and it's a great league to watch. I think last year they did a table of the most attendances. Average attendances in each league. Obviously, Premier League was top. I think it was La Liga. It may have been. It's in Europe.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure the Championship was third.
Well, you got to think about how many big, traditionally big clubs you've got down there with like big stadiums.
Massive clubs.
What's Leeds Stadium? Leeds got to have.
Ellen Road's huge, isn't it?
Yeah,
Villa Park. They were on the Friday when they were 3-0 down and ended up scoring 3 goals in the last 10 minutes.
10 goals.
10 goals. Finished 10-3 to Villa.
Yeah, they did.
But
3 goals in 10
stadium
minutes.
was packed to rafters. And that's Aston Villa.
I think sometimes it's probably more fun to support a Championship team. It's just
because they play all the time.
Yeah.
It's like there's a game every 3 days or something.
4-6 games a season.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hell of a slog, the Championship. A hell of a slog.
We see that Ipswich, they could be going out of the Championship. They've been in that league the longest of any team that's been in that league.
How long have they been in there?
So I think it's somewhere around 15 to 16 years or something.
Well,
like
they got relegated.
Yeah, they went out of the Premier League and they've never left it.
Yeah, so it's been ages.
Yeah.
Have Preston not been in that league?
Preston go up and down. They go up and down. They do, yeah.
No, Preston have been in it for a long time now, though.
No, but Ipswich is definitely
and Huddersfield
the
have
longest.
been in it for a long time.
Huddersfield's in the Premier League, mate.
Yeah, I know, until they went up. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Ipswich has been.
Oh, here he goes.
Who invited him?
Yeah,
Ipswich is definitely the longest in there, and they lost the weekend as well, quite badly to Norwich. I watched that game actually. It was on quite an early kickoff on the Saturday.
Yeah, the Old Farm Derby.
Yeah. Well, Norwich are doing well as well, though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's the guy again. The thing of giving manager a chance, man. Daniel Farke came in. He was fucking shite, wasn't he? They were.
Yeah.
And then look up now, flying.
This is totally unrelated, and I don't know if this is true, but I got a WhatsApp message last night saying that Aaron Ramsey is apparently on 400.
Yes, no, it is. I
got that same WhatsApp.
I thought it
from him.
Yeah, I didn't believe it. I thought he'd got it wrong.
No, it's from BBC though.
Yeah, it's BBC Sport. I
still don't believe it.
It's mental, isn't it? £400,000 a week.
I said that to Mike. I messaged him about it yesterday and sent him the picture of. I took a screenshot of the article.
I mean, how much is Harry Kane on?
He's on like 100, isn't he?
Christian Eriksen,
yeah.
about 100.
That's like the cap.
Eden Hazard is on like 280 or something.
The fact matter is that Aaron Ramsey's a solid player.
He's a great player.
But he's not worth 400. I wouldn't pay him 150 at Arsenal, and that's why he's leaving.
Do you think he's in like the top 10 highest paid footballers in the world now?
Oh, he will be. Yeah, no, he will be. He's one of the top paid in Europe. They reckon, who was it? Was it Rob Jackson said today? Something about 82 million he'll make over before tax, I think.
I'll do this on the calculator right now.
Over the 4 years or something.
Yeah,
like that.
because we were talking about the signing on fee, whether he had the signing on fee or not.
Well,
Because you know when you're out of contract, you usually because
So you're saying rather than give
Rob
him...
Jackson was saying Emery Chan had like 18 point something million pound signing contract, which is crazy. But rather than giving him the signing contract, maybe they've gone right. Here's
We'll
this
give you the
amount
wages.
over 4
Yeah, but surely
years.
that's bad business because you might not want him in a year's time, and then no one, you're not going to be able to sell him to anyone.
Steady
No
now,
one's
because
going
Wayne Bridge.
That's true, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
At least
true.
if you pay for that money, you'll be able to offload him and maybe get some money back.
Yeah, but Wayne Bridge built a career out of that.
And
Wayne Bridge
Jack
built a
Rodwell
career
as well.
out of getting signed by players and signed by clubs and living off his wages.
Yeah.
And contributing nothing.
It says 52 weeks in a year because this seems like a high amount for him to get paid a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Okay.
there is.
And how long's the contract?
4 years.
Oh, you doing the whole 4 years?
83 million
Holy
pounds.
shit.
Yeah,
200,000.
I said 82.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mate, I'd have
Wow.
fucking signed that right away.
Yeah, he must have bit their hand off.
Do you want this signed in
Yeah.
blood? Because I'll do it.
The thing is, he was getting interest from Bayern, PSG, Real. I don't know if Barca were interested.
These teams must not watch the Premier League. So, or they're,
I mean, he's
or
a
they're
really
catching
good-
up about 4 years ago.
He's a
when he was
really good player. But I mean,
He's not a top 10 player in the Premier League. Though.
no.
Not really.
Is he a top 10 midfielder?
No. I
Nah,
don't think
probably
so.
not. Top 20.
He doesn't even get in Arsenal's first team all the time.
I know,
does he?
that's true,
So,
actually.
you know what I mean?
That is
They're
true.
rubbish.
But the thing is, though, he doesn't get in Arsenal's team all the time, but he should.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He should.
He's wildly inconsistent. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
Because
he is.
there was a period when it was about 4 or 5 years ago where he was genuinely up there with like the best players in the world. I thought.
That's the year when we won the FA Cup for the first time.
And he was
flying that
amazing
year.
that year.
Got an interview.
Everything he touched went in. He was scored from
Yeah.
50
right,
yarders and all
yeah.
this. But since then,
Everyone had him in their fantasy football
yeah,
team.
he was amazing. It was like he took that step to being world class,
Yeah.
and then he took a couple of steps back.
Maybe
over
they're
the
watching
last
those
years.
videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's on delayed in Europe. Isn't it?
Well, they got
You
it on
better
their
wish you
version
had all
of
this guy
like,
looks
Is
really
Italy
good.
still watching like the 2013-14 season?
their version of Sky with Premier League years, and they're watching the wrong ones.
Side note, I freaking love Premier League years.
It's brilliant,
I went
man.
on to my dad's for this weekend for his birthday, and he's got all the Sky
Happy
channels.
birthday, Phil.
Yeah, happy birthday, Phil. 62
Happy
years
birthday.
young. And he's got all the Sky channels, and I sat there and just watched Premier League years.
I love Premier
Anytime
League
it's gone on,
years,
you just nothing on telly. Have a little look over it. It's Premier League years,
It's
right
great.
there, and you're watching like the great seasons. Like I tuned into the 97-98 season, so
Yeah.
you know I was loving it on that one. But it's just it's so good.
I used to at university. I'd had them all downloaded on my computer. So like one of
So
my
you just watch it
yeah,
whenever?
my hangover thing was to like put that on my
Oh,
that
that's
was the office.
so
And I'd
good.
put that on my computer.
Oh,
just,
mate,
watch
I
that.
want to do that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's even just hearing the music as
I
well.
love
It's
the
fun.
I love the old ones as well. You know, I forgot he played for them.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
You know, you
yeah.
always see all these bits which you totally like gone out your head.
Well, it's great that you two have actually said that because it leads me on to a little quiz I've got for you.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
picked a
terrible.
random year
Okay.
of squads for both your teams.
Oh no.
So
Well, it's going to shut us up, isn't it?
what we've gone is for I just randomly went for 2010.
But our team
11.
changes. Like Arsenal's pretty consistent. We've got-
2010-11. 2010-11,
Okay,
yeah?
alright,
Yeah.
that's that.
So I'll give you both 5 lives. Yeah?
Oh Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get your own team.
Okay.
So
Is this a game?
I
Is
get
this-
a Spurs player.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Was this an Arsenal Spurs game or
What do you mean? No.
this team?
So this is their squads for that year.
the most
As in like
But that's
on
season.
average?
as in like starting 11 or like 20,
No, this is
20
so
odd players.
you got 29 for Arsenal and
Oh, the whole
28 for
squad.
Spurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christ.
Blimey.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I know, right.
So I mean, there you go.
I'm
2010-11.
I'm having Fabregas.
Yes.
Yeah, Christ.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, I'm worried then.
You
I was
got to bear
like,
with me because it's a big list.
I was worried
Okay.
And I
then.
did this on the fly, so it's really like all over the place. It's quite hard to read.
So I'm really bad remembering. Now, once I know a few players who are there,
Do you know?
I'll
So
know,
am I.
I'll
So am
know
I.
what team
Yeah,
it is.
once you get it.
But I think Gal Clichy must be there because he was there for bloody years.
You're going Arsenal, are you?
Well, yeah,
Gail
for
Clichy.
now,
Ah,
I'm getting
you're
an
going
idea.
there.
Fabregas is there,
yeah.
so.
Gail Clichy is there.
Well, Aaron Ramsey's part of that squad,
Yes, he is.
and Jack Wilshere's part of that squad.
Hang on. It's his go.
I'll
Oh,
say,
sorry.
I'd say Jack Wilshere. Unless you just completely trick
Oh,
me
I hope
playing
this is
mind
wrong. I hope
games.
this is wrong.
I'm not going to say that.
No, it's too late. You already said Jack Wilshere.
Do you want to say that? It's up to you.
When was that? 9 years ago, and he's got to be about 27 now, 28. He probably broke in as like 19-year-old. Yeah, I'd say Jack Wilshere. Yeah.
Incorrect.
Ah, yes.
God.
He led you down the garden path, mate.
All right,
Jobo, why did you fall for it?
I know.
Right.
He's
Only one answer at a time now, thank you.
Sorry.
No dirty tactics.
Sorry, Quizmaster. Is Defoe part of that Spurs team at that point? I mean, he's at Portsmouth, maybe.
Oh, I want a name.
Thomas Rositzky.
He's gone back to Arsenal. Fair enough.
Thomas Rositzky.
Correct.
Yeah.
4 Arsenal down. No Spurs down.
No one cares about Spurs.
Kleb.
Clip.
Alexander Kleb.
He must be there.
I don't know if he's there at that point. Has he gone to Barca by this point?
You're kidding me.
Oh, he's gone to Barcelona, I think. He's not in the squad.
Maybe you're struggling here.
Mate, 2-0 down.
Nicholas Bentner's part of that team, isn't he?
I believe he is. Yes, he is part of that team.
I'll say, you didn't say Jermaine Defoe, did you?
No, I didn't.
I'll say Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, Jermaine Defoe.
And I wasn't sure. I was worried you might
Jermaine
be
Defoe is there.
Yeah.
I was worried it might be that Portsmouth era.
Jermaine Defoe is there.
The thing is, how can I remember a 2010, 2011 Spurs side when they were so shit? Forgettable.
Shit your face.
Walcott's part of the Arsenal squad, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Good answer.
God, I have real trouble. If I could get a couple of players, I could get the team. But like, I'm thinking, is that Carrick's at United at that point?
That's why you probably shouldn't have gone for Arsenal to begin with.
Modric is probably Modric. Is it before his time?
Is he going to Real?
No, he's there.
Oh.
No.
He's there. Modric
Thank
is there.
God.
20,
Sorry,
20,
I should have just read from the top rather than bottom.
2010, 2011. Swapping Van Persie there? Jovino. Is he there?
Is that your answer? Yeah.
Jovino.
No, that was a random one to go for.
Sugar.
You know what?
Is that too late for him then, or too early?
Too early, I think.
Right, 2-1 now.
Right. Okay. Ledley King must have still been playing at that point.
Yes, club captain.
Yeah.
That means he's obviously not playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, every other game probably won't play.
Yeah.
Is Harry Redknapp the manager right now? 2010,
No, it's
2011.
Pochettino.
No, 2011, 2010, 2011. Is it Harry Redknapp?
Quite possibly. Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say Harry Redknapp, but I'm not.
I've got managers here, quite possibly.
Is Vermaelen part of the Arsenal team?
Yeah.
For Marlon.
Is he part of the Arsenal team?
Yes, he is. Oh shit!
What?
I've got to go back.
Why?
Jack Wilshere is there.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yeah,
the way.
this quizmaster. Eh?
No.
You know what he's doing, doesn't he?
Do you know what?
You would get that on pointless,
He's
would you?
in his
hold
points.
on.
It
It was
Armstrong, yeah,
pointless.
wouldn't they,
So when I copied this out, I put a space.
You know about Pointless and not doing very well on it, though, wouldn't you?
We'll go back to that.
Oh, we're not sure about yes.
Right, so it's actually 1-1.
Ah.
And whose go is it?
Mine, I just said. No, his. I just said.
Who did I just say? Did I just say Paul Robinson?
No, you didn't.
Oh, well, that's
You
what I was
got to say
thinking. Paul Robinson.
I'll look at it properly now.
He must be.
Might have gone by then. You
think so?
Is he at Blackburn? Or did he come from Blackburn to Spurs?
He's not there.
Is he not there? Oh,
Oh, mate, you just got a point back and lost it straight away.
I know.
It was a free hit, to be fair.
I'm gonna do that again. Yeah, it was a free hit. Yeah. I shouldn't have bothered crossing it out.
Is maybe Denilson's part of the Arsenal squad?
Correct. Whatever happened to him? He was a good player.
He plays in Brazil now. He's 30 now.
Still
He had one good
Young
year. He
age.
had 30 odd appearances for us 1 year and then never played again.
mad.
Right, I would say Gareth Bale.
I am pretty sure he is there. Yes.
Sod it. I've been going all night, so I'm going to go for a Spurs player and give it a try. Is Choluka part of that side?
He is part of that side.
Get in.
He is.
Right.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, I've had him in my head for the last couple.
Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch is, I'm sure, there as well. Yes. You finding your footing?
Yeah, we was in that Champions League, weren't we? So that's what I'm thinking about now.
So is Gomez part of the squad then?
Yes, Aurelio Gomez is
That's
the
what I thought
goalkeeper.
when I said it was Paul Robinson. I thought, oh, it's Gomez is the goalkeeper. I didn't really say it.
Aurelio Gomez.
Are you crying?
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you show some passion, man.
I say Yunus Kabul.
Correct.
China Dollface.
He had a
China
scary-
Dollface.
It's one of those China dolls.
Does he?
Did he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Trust me, he knows. He knows. Almunia?
Yes. So I think there's 3 goalkeepers in both. So you know.
I can't remember any of them. God, every single player in the world is escaping my mind right now.
Come on, Jobo.
Oh my gosh.
I'm feeling confident. Let's sudden death this. Let's say the next person to get one wrong loses.
I'm probably gonna lose right now,
Yes.
to be fair. So, wow.
No, we'll stick with 5. You can always edit it down. Now that you've got that comment in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cut it.
Yeah.
Can you just cut it to Steve losing? I think we can do that, can't we? Wow.
Pick a name.
I know, man. Come on.
Just pick a name.
You got lives to play with here. Go for it.
Oh my gosh.
You honestly can't think of anyone.
Michael Brown. He's not there.
What the fuck?
I know.
What are you on about?
I was under pressure. I think he stopped playing for Spurs for about 6 years before that, but he's the
Yeah.
only one in my head.
I'm going to throw.
I mean, Jesus.
I'm going to throw a Spurs one out there.
Go on then.
I'm not. No, is it how you say it? Asu Akoto? Asu Akoto?
Akoto, yeah.
Akoto?
He's there.
You know.
He's there.
Nico Kranjčar.
Yes, he's there.
Yeah. Welcome to the game.
Jobo's had a slight break part, but he's back in.
Kashani. Law.
Yes.
Is he still?
He signed quite early.
Yeah.
He's been there for a while.
Some big players on both
Who
sides.
do we have at Arsenal so far?
Okay, I'll give you a recap of who we had so far. So Arsenal, we've had Koscielny, Clichy, Wilshere, Fabregas, Walcott, Rosicky, Denilson, Bentner, Almunia, Ramsey and Vermaelen. Spurs, we've had Gomez, Bale, Kabul, Modric, Crouch, Defoe, Kranjčar, Chorluka, King and Asu Akoto.
Okay. Man, I'm so bad. I want to say I've got like a couple of players, but I'm pretty sure they'll be gone by there.
Steven at this rate.
Yeah. Pele.
Jimmy Greaves.
Yeah.
The Chelsea boy Jimmy Greaves, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Spurs.
That's good, isn't it?
Scored more at Spurs. We sold him to AC Milan or something. And they sold him to Spurs. That wasn't part of the deal.
I will say, I know this is wrong, but my mind is just gone. David Bentley.
It is wrong. One life left, Jobo. Right, Steve.
Go on,
Comprehensive victory coming up
I
here.
feel like there might be the year that Van Persie left to United, but I'm going to go Robin Van Persie.
That is correct. Robin Van Persie
Is
is
he
there.
Is it the year after he must have gone?
Vice
wasn't it?
captain.
This
VC.
is, I think this is the year when he scored all those goals.
He's VC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah.
And he pied us off at United.
Was Robbie Keane back at Spurs at this point? Did he come back? Don't think he was one.
No, game over.
Thank
Jobo, what
God.
happened
What was
there?
the score?
5-1.
Can we hear it again?
Well, 5-1.
So he lost 5 lives to my 1 life.
Yeah.
It's a bit simple, Steve. But
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you won.
Yeah. But
I got 5 wrong.
You basically
You
won
got
4
1
nil.
wrong.
I just want everyone to know.
You won 4-0.
It's like pointless all over again. You're getting flashbacks.
Oh no, I did much worse than pointless.
Okay, so time to kick yourselves.
Adebayor
Go
then.
for it. Chesney, Sanya,
Do it a
Giroud,
bit slower.
Song, Nasri, Arshavin, Shamak, Scalacci, Abui, Fabianski, Diaby, Vela, Lehmann, Manone, and Traore.
Yeah.
And Frimpong. Could have had him as well.
Emmanuel.
Could have had him as well. Tottenham, Hutton, Huddleston,
Oh my
Lennon,
gosh.
Jennings,
Oh my gosh.
Pavlyuchenko,
Wow.
Van der Vaart,
Wow, Van der Vaart, of
Palacios.
course. Wow,
Gallas,
Dawson,
Bassong,
Gallas, I probably
Dawson,
wouldn't have got Gallas.
Kudicini,
Dawson, oh my
Ben
Kudicini.
Alwick, Sandro, Andros Townsend,
Wow.
and then last one, Kalumu, Platowska. So there he is. Jonathan Woodgate and Stephen Pienaar.
Oh, that was some good players you had there.
Yeah.
I apologise for my poor performance in that, because that was horrendous.
You need to apologise to every single one
No,
of
but
those players.
You know what it is though? Like, unless it's like pre-2000, everything kind of merges.
Mate,
like,
do you
all
know
the
what?
players.
I-
And we've never had teams. I
be
mean, a lot
fair-
of those players stuck around, but
Yeah.
our team has often been like top change.
I mean, I would be exactly the same. I'd be exactly the same as Jobo. I would be like, oh, I don't know what year it is.
Yeah.
I need to like work out what year it is. That sort of year I'll be fine because that was around Ancelotti's sort of time.
Yeah.
But it's like they do start to merge
There's a few
into
there.
it. Like, when was this? Was this
There's a
Scolari?
few
I
Few
should have
times-
realised that was the Champions League run
Yeah.
though. Like, I did realise that, but I just couldn't get it in my head.
There was a few
Yeah.
there though, that
Difficult.
I would never would have got. I've forgotten all about Shamak. I think I pushed him to the back of my mind.
He had a dodge haircut.
Yeah, I know, didn't he? He was one of those guys.
I mean, I've never seen that haircut before
or
since.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He had this sort of comb over at the front, like sweep over at the front with spikes at the back. I don't know what he was playing at, and he wasn't good enough to do anything.
Was Javino in that team? Because he
No.
had the worst hair, worst
man.
haircut I've ever
Javino,
seen.
no, I
Yeah.
said Javino, I got it wrong, didn't I?
Oh, man.
Is that when all his hair started halfway back
Well,
on
I
his
was like,
head?
he had a big forehead, and he's almost like his haircut was accentuating.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
So
know.
he was like,
Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna have
a
a
frame
massive part.
around
Yeah.
his head.
What would you have done? Brushed it forward.
Yeah.
With dreadlocks in front of his eyes. So Spurs tomorrow against Dortmund. What do you reckon?
I'm a bit worried. I've been watching a lot of clips of Sancho the weekend.
I mean, he's been playing well. Hasn't
Yeah, he looked amazing. I'll show you the
he? I mean, he's
clips later.
kept
but-
Pulisic out of that team.
Yeah, well,
We
there's no
spent
wonder.
60 million on
Every
him.
time he touches the ball, it's Hoffenheim game at the weekend. Every time he touches the ball, it's like something's going to happen. It's
Really?
like, it's like a bit of you know, some players have that bit of magic where you're like,
Yeah.
he could change a
So
game.
do you think City were they made a bad step getting rid of him?
No, because
not getting rid of him, but letting him leave.
If City had kept him, let's face
Well,
it,
he'd
he'd been
never
playing
play.
in the Championship in
Yeah.
like 5 years' time. He'd pop up in the Championship.
But that's what I
just the
mean.
way it
Then
is.
another massive team is giving him a chance and showing him that
It's
potential.
not just not the City way though, is it?
Or the Chelsea way.
No, well, Dortmund give youngsters a chance, and they don't have as much money as bigger teams. Man City can go out and spend 60 million on someone who's going to sit on the
Yeah.
bench. So
See, the thing is, the Hudson-Odoi thing was different because like Bayern Munich, it's not necessarily Dortmund. You know what I mean, he's not going to start all the time.
yeah,
Well, if it was Dortmund, he'd be like, go.
That's the thing,
Just like
yeah.
you'll play every game, you know. Sancho and Hudson-Odoi either side.
I think the problem is though Chelsea. I mean, I can't think of one player who's come through the Chelsea youth ranks. Is there?
No, there's not. There's none.
I can't think of.
Since
Yeah,
John Terry.
Loftus-Cheek, I guess.
Since John
Loftus-Cheek,
Terry.
yeah.
Yeah, well, he doesn't even play, does
Yeah,
he? You've
yeah.
got someone who's on the verge of being
As
a
a
really
regular
good player. Yeah.
Regular is
How many players?
John Terry.
Wasn't there something about how many players did you have on loan this season?
Oh, we got
It's-
about 3 teams worth.
Yeah.
But you know
it's
though,
about
they
30
make
to
2
40
or 3
players,
teams.
isn't
though.
it? Out on loan.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good business model.
Yeah, it is.
Because
It
they
is.
buy him for
Because it's all-
relatively cheap.
It's
Send them
basically
out.
like having blockbuster videos.
Yeah,
Because they're renting them. They
But no,
have a
they-
rental fee and they're like...
And if they're good, they bring him back. Like,
Yeah.
you know, look at Courtois. It worked with him, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
He had to go to Atletico Madrid to ply his trade for a bit, didn't he?
Yeah,
That's
but he was going out.
that's not like going out into like we used to have this feeder club in Belgium that called Bevren. We used to send players out there. It's not the same thing as sending someone out to Atletico Madrid, is it?
yeah. But it's right though, because at the time Peter Cech, was obviously still a great goalkeeper. I was like, well, he's good as well. Let's see how
It's the
good
money
he is
as
in
well,
a big
though.
league. Yeah.
the money they make, you've got 3 teams worth of players going out. If you make like a 2 million profit
Yeah.
on each of those, that's about what 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Make
Yeah.
up for the losses they
Yeah.
cost with a Kesman.
I know, they don't go bang up the wall.
They're still
Danny Drinkwater.
They're still struggling. Asier Del Horno. They're still struggling with that. Belarus.
No, but that's the thing.
How much did they spend on Kepa or Cooper? Over you say?
75.
75 million. There you go.
But that's the thing.
Did they?
yeah.
It's like when people are saying about Hazard, and it's like you can get 120. It's like, don't worry, we'll just waste it.
Well, I never understand this.
Timo
right now.
Bakayoko, 40 million, not there
Is he
anymore.
40 million?
Yeah. Danny Drinkwater, 31,
He's
32.
got to be one of the worst.
Still
guys
just
at
sitting
Chelsea,
there.
yeah.
Back doing nothing.
That's just why
He was 20 something.
He's
But they made-
back
I
at
would
West Ham.
take him
He's
back.
back
though.
at West Ham, though, isn't he?
I would take him. No, he's at Palace.
Was it Palace? Was it?
Did they sell him or is he another loan?
He's still on loan, but I would have taken him back.
You sent it to Germany at one point, didn't he? Was he at Dortmund?
Yeah, he scored a couple of goals, but then it just it fizzled out for him there. But yeah,
I think he's one of those though. No matter where he goes, he'll never quite reach a height.
yeah. I mean, he's decent, but
He's a solid
you're right.
player,
I don't think
yeah.
he's like top class.
Why don't Chelsea have Tammy Abraham back as well? And that's another
I
one.
would have taken him back in a heartbeat, mate. While Morata was going through that bad spell and Giroud was injured, or the other way around, Giroud was injured.
You know,
or
I've-
Morata
you know
was
I've said
injured,
bad
Giroud
things
was-
about-
Yeah,
I would have taken him
I know,
back.
he's-
Recalled him
yeah.
because he's been banging him in for Villa.
Yeah, that's,
You know,
that's the challenge.
Higuain actually looked pretty good in his first game as well. I thought.
I think Higuain looks
He
good,
looks-
but he's just got no service.
It's like look, I said this about Morata before. I told you when you signed him, he says he's not going to score you 25 goals. It's not his game. But I do feel bad for him playing in that team.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
the
I feel bad for every striker playing in that team.
The opportunity is available to a centre forward in that team. It's like that's where
Yeah.
careers can go to die now.
Yeah.
Drogba and with Drogba and Diego Costa seem to be the only two that have been able to hack it.
Well, the thing is-
I think they made their own opportunity.
Yeah, in the last
they
like,
were
10,
two players. which
exactly.
could
10, 15
power
years,
through.
they're the last.
No, but it's not even that though. But they made a good point about, because we talked about it, about the midfield. There was differences between, because I mean Lampard is up there in the top 10 assisters of the Premier League time. So when he was around, and Ballack, and like, you had people creating stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of creativity
Is
from
Hazard
those
not-
three in midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, there is from Hazard,
Yeah.
but there's not a lot from that bit. So you would have, going back to sort of Malouda and Kalou sort of times, they would create stuff as well as the three.
Yeah.
Now it's just the wingers will create, and that's it. You know what I mean?
You're going to be screwed next year when Hazard goes, and you're left with.
Oh, he's absolutely leaving. If
Danny
that
Drinkwater out
six-
on the left wing or something.
Take it.
that's
Well,
it.
apparently they were like, they're going to throw in Isco, so I'll take him. Like,
Okay, he's in there, but Hazard's that one of the
Isco
best.
and use the money on Coutinho.
I don't think so. That's a
Dream.
of
That's a
it,
pipe
man.
dream. Yeah, it's a pipe dream. You know, it's fine.
You've seen that though.
I mean, I've been around during the dark days, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about time, isn't it?
I spent the last 10 years in there. It was about 15 years.
How does it feel as an Arsenal fan now that Spurs are
Do you know what?
top of North London?
I enjoy that you say that, and I was hoping this would come up this evening.
Oh yeah.
Because-
well, I did want to bring it up earlier.
Because
but I
the fact of the
completely
matter is that I don't care how many seasons they finish above us in the Premier League. They're not a bigger club than us. For one, they've got 0 hands on 0 trophies. It doesn't matter. Doesn't
They
matter.
did win the League Cup.
We have won trophies.
The last League Cup you won is when bloody Czech punched it into Woodgate's face and it went in the goal, and that was
Oh,
what?
that was lovely.
That was
Extra time that was,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was 10 years ago. Who's your manager then? Is that Martin Yol?
I think it might have been, yeah.
Exactly,
I
right?
loved Joel. He was great.
I didn't know what happened to Martin Yol. He's probably back in, in Netherlands
He's
selling
probably
ice
back in
creams
the
or
mafia.
something.
No,
Yeah.
I'd say more like back in the mafia or something. He looks like, innit?
Oh, he did look
Like
like
breaking kneecaps.
He did look like that, didn't he?
You didn't mess with Martin.
Look, until they get their hands on a trophy, even if they do, they're not a bigger club than us. They're just
See,
not.
this is
a
what I
big-
mean. This is the thing. Arsenal fans are unreasonable,
Unreasonable.
no patience, and just moany wankers. Yeah.
Just not. Just
That is it.
Do you know what?
That is it. And they still think they're this big team, right? Yeah, they still think they're relevant when they don't realise they've not been relevant for a very long time now.
Think about someone like.
And
but think
as
about
Spurs fans, I think we've had to have a bit of patience to grow
and win
into this
0
club.
trophies.
Well, sometimes you need a bit of patience. We
How many
can all
pictures
see,
do you want? 25 years.
You can see, right? Yeah. You can see where it's all going, and there is this vision, this
Where's it
new
going to 0
stadium,
trophies?
the new stadium coming, top 4 consistently.
When's that new stadium opening?
Oh, God knows. God, what's that? Yeah. Never probably, but it'll be next season now, won't it?
Look, AC Milan and Inter Milan, yeah, okay. 2 massive clubs in Europe, yeah, okay. Look what they've been doing in Serie A in the last 5-10 years. They're struggling.
Nothing.
Teams go through. I mean,
teams are absolutely good. I mean, look at Man City. They were in what was it? What would
League
was
Two.
it that League
One.
One? What's currently League One? They were. Teams go through phases of.
No, I'm not having Man
that.
City because a country came in and bought them.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
not
I know,
having
yeah.
that.
Liverpool, 28 years since they won a Premier League title. Teams
Yeah,
go.
country. They did come in and buy 'em, yeah.
Teams go through phases. I mean, you think about, we didn't win bugger all from about 71 to the George Graham era. It's not uncommon for teams to, and the trouble you have as well, because of the money in
What is the point you're making? That
Yeah,
Arsenal
I
are going to
don't
go for another 30 years without winning, but they'll still be they'll still be bigger than Spurs.
the point I'm making.
Whatever.
The point I'm making is that back in the day,
Who's a better team at the moment, Spurs or Arsenal? How many Arsenal players?
Why are you thinking about it? Why are you looking up in the air like you're thinking about it?
How many of the Arsenal players are getting the Spurs starting 11?
Oh, good shout.
4 maybe.
Who?
You're totally out.
Like Lacazette or Aubameyang could get in into that.
No, we're playing Spurs formation, so Harry Kane's up front, and they're not getting above him.
He's injured, so they're getting above him
I
right
think-
now.
I think
you know
Aubameyang-
what? They're good bench players. I'll
Yeah.
take that. Yeah.
No, Aubameyang get in from the left.
Yeah.
He'd get in from the left. Apart from that, I would squeeze Aubameyang in. But apart from that,
Lucas Torreira,
nah. Well, actually, yeah, maybe.
he'd do a job.
He'd be the closest other one.
Yeah. But you see, it's a struggle, isn't it? You can see the quality.
Otherwise, that's it. I mean,
I
none
got-
of the back five are getting anywhere
No.
near that team.
No.
but-
I got to say, how good was Lloris? Did you watch the Spurs game? Mark?
yeah,
I did see
oh,
that.
He was.
I wanted to bring this up. I'm glad
after
you
a
said
bit
this.
of, he's had a bit of a dip recently since his old driving escapades.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I thought that game he was great.
Oh, he was
Despite, I thought a very bad ref. That ref was terrible in that game. Like Son got booked for diving in the box.
Yeah.
When in the
He did
replay.
dive.
No, he didn't dive.
He did dive.
No. There's a difference between diving without contact and diving with contact. Surely.
Don't dive with contact. If it's not enough to send you to the floor, it's a dive.
Don't dive at contact.
What?
If it's not enough contact to send you to the floor, it's a dive.
It's still a dive.
If I graze your
If
shoulder,
I touch you now and you fall over,
would that be acceptable? Would you be looking around the room going, did you see that guy? He pushed me. He touched
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He
What are you
tou-
going to do about this,
Yeah,
Darman?
yeah. You touched my knee. And
I want you to throw him out of the bar.
Yeah.
If I was, but running
Give
that
me a
pace,
free fine.
running
Yeah.
that pace is. I hate diving. Don't get me wrong, but running that pace, it's difficult to judge.
He wasn't running at pace, he was turning away.
He was turning away. Yes. But still, there's still contact though.
No,
so it's
I
still not a
understand
good
why.
game.
Oh, don't give me that contact.
But okay, before we finish up, what would you have done if you were Leicester and you had that penalty?
What, had Vardy take it or not?
scored
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, well, yeah, ideally, yeah.
I think why not? He's the penalty taker, right?
Yeah.
He's clearly the best player at taking penalties on that team. Well, he
score
missed
it,
it,
did he?
yeah, but he could have come on and had a chance straight away. So what you should have said? Oh, he shouldn't have that chance. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's missed a pen. We've all.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think
it's just, it was a
if he's
massive turning point in that game.
It was
Not
definitely.
really. Spurs still
No, it was.
Spurs still would have got the result.
No, I think that
No,
at
I
that
don't know, because
point,
that would have been 1-1.
It would've-
And from that penalty,
Yeah.
it was only like 5 minutes later, it became 2-0.
Yeah.
And then they got one back. And it would have been a lot tighter.
There was another lad that missed a
Leicester
one-on-one.
played really well.
There was another lad
They
that
were-
missed.
they were-
There was
they
another lad
were-
that missed a one-on-one that Lloris saved with his
Yeah,
legs.
Barnes, Harvey Barnes.
Yeah.
they had
He
quite.
put it
a-
right.
Should have
he
finished.
put it
Should have
right
finished.
down the middle.
Should have
of it.
finished
But
that.
Lloris did well though.
That's what I'm saying.
Should've
Lloris actually had a really good game,
Yeah.
and we did let up a few chances. But that seems the way it's going at the moment. Like maybe we just got a bit of luck on our side for once, but we're scoring late, winning close games.
So you're saying you're going to win the league? Well,
Yeah.
you've heard it here
We're not
first.
gonna win. Well,
You've heard it here
I would
first.
love it if we win the league. Nothing other than just a Rob Steve's face in it. So.
Well, cheers, chaps. We'll call it a day there.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.